Hello everyone, so this is question number 63. In this question it is given that there is a fixed sphere, and on this sphere a chain was kept. So a chain was kept on this sphere. One end of the chain is at top and other end of the chain is hanging like this. So this chain is having a mass of m and length of L. So here we have to find out what is the potential energy of this chain, and it is given that this length L is less than the radius of this sphere. It means it will be somewhere in this first quadrant. Suppose if this is the length L and this is the radius, so it is going to make an angle of alpha at the center. So alpha is equal to L by R. Now first question is that what is the potential energy of this chain? Let this point as a reference level, and let's go to some angle theta. Remove this angle alpha from here and go to a very small angle d theta and take this as an element. So this mass, let it be dm. So dm is equal to length. So this length is r d theta into r d theta into linear mass density. So what is linear mass density? M by L. So this is the mass of this small element here, and now this element is having a potential energy of dm g and height with respect to reference level. So this is the height with respect to reference level. So this height is nothing but this height. So this height is, if this length is r, this length is r, so this is r cos theta. So h is going to be r cos theta. So this is the potential energy of one small element. So the total energy is equal to integration of this dm. So this dm is nothing but m by L r into g, one more r is there, cos theta d theta, integration. So initial, this is theta is varying from 0 to alpha. So theta is varying from 0 to alpha. So this is the equation for potential energy. Now theta is varying from 0 to alpha, so potential energy initial is equal to mg r square by L into cos, integration of cos is equal to sine, that is sine L by R, sine alpha, and alpha is L by R. So this is the initial potential energy. Now the second question is that suppose if it has slipped through an angle of theta. So here if it has slipped through an angle of theta, it means the chain has slipped and through an angle of theta, like that. Now the chain is lying here. So this is the chain. So definitely if it is slipping over here, then it is going to gain some speed. So what is this speed? So we let this be final position. So this was the initial potential energy, and the final potential energy will be, just substitute the value of theta from here. So mg r square by L, from equation 1 I am writing, integration of cos theta d theta, and this theta is varying from, theta is equal to this angle theta, and this length, this angle is alpha, so this is alpha plus theta, where alpha is equal to L by R. So the final potential energy is going to be mg r square by L sine L by R plus L by R plus theta into sine theta. So this is the final potential energy. Now we can apply the energy conservation principle, that total mechanical energy initial is equal to total mechanical energy final. Why? Because there is only gravitational force. So initially there was no kinetic energy, it has a potential energy U initial. now it has an energy of half mv square kinetic energy, and it has a potential in final is equal to this much. So substituting the value of initial and final potential energy, you will get V is equal to gr square by L sin L by R plus sin theta minus sin L by R plus theta root over. So this is the velocity it will obtain when it will have a slip of theta. Now what is the force that was acting when it was kept like this in initial position? So let me calculate that. So that is part C. So C part, suppose this was the position and it was the chain was hanging like this. Now at different location, the direction of forces are different. So what I will do, I will consider the entire torque, and it is, suppose it is slipping in this direction, so I'll calculate like that. So let me go at angle, let me consider some element. So I have went to an angle theta, and I have taken an element of length r d theta. Now the force acting on this is, if this mass is dm, so dm is going to be m by L into length dl, that is r d theta. So this is mg. So if this is theta, so this angle is going to be theta. So if this angle is theta, it means it has a net force along this direction is mg sin theta, and along this direction it will have a force of mg cos theta. So this will be balanced by normal reaction. So normal and mg cos theta will get balanced, and this will be mg sin theta. So torque of this force mg sin theta with respect to this point O is going to be mg sin theta, sorry, this is dmg sin theta. Why? Because this is mass is dm. So dmg sin theta into this radius r. So torque is equal to dm is equal to m by L, this r and r square is g sin theta d theta. So this torque is equal to, this is d tau. Now torque is equal to integration of this d tau. Theta varies from 0 to L by R. So this torque is going to be m r square g by L. Sin integration of sin is minus cos. So cos 0 is equal to 1 and cos L by R. So this is the torque which is acting here. Now this torque is because of this torque, it will have an acceleration of alpha, angular acceleration. So this alpha is equal to I into this alpha into I is equal to this torque. So we can say that this alpha is equal to torque by I. So torque is mg r square by L 1 minus cos L by R. Now what is this I? All the masses, they are kept at a distance r from the center. So I is going to be mr square. So mr square and mr square will get cancelled out. So this is the remaining alpha. So the tangential acceleration that it is going to obtain is alpha times r. So it is gr by L into 1 minus cos L by R.